Welcome back to In the Cart. My name is Derek Sokup, and I'm the host. I'm the owner and editor of Sioux Links Golfer's Guide. I'm here today with Chad Veire, and he. What's your title here at the Elmwood Golf Course?
I'm the head golf professional here at Elmwood Golf Course.
Okay. You're part of the Sioux Falls Golf Group, which includes Prairie Green, Keene Park, and Elmwood here. We're just going to take off down the front nine here. We're going to talk about the front nine a little bit. And stay tuned to the end. We're going to talk about the construction project that's going on. They have a new clubhouse that's being built here. So In the Cart is brought to you by MB Golf Cars and Club Car. And today we're actually in a club car.
Yeah, absolutely.
You purchased these from MB, is what I was told, right?
Yeah, we work with NB, down there and on the TX Fit, and obviously the main office up still in Hendricks. And Toby does a great job with us. It's an easy process. Can't say enough good things about NB and how they take care of us.
Right, exactly. And these carts have GPS in them. I think that's a great feature. A lot of courses don't have that. Obviously, it helps a lot for you in maintaining this course conditions. Keep people out of the areas they shouldn't be. Yeah,
certain areas that obviously we don't want carts to be in. And obviously, the biggest thing I like the GPS is we can see where people are at, so we can monitor pace of play. And that's a huge thing for us with how many people play here a day.
And we get those messages out here, keep up with the cart in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Group in front of you, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it does happen.
Correct.
And so you can maybe kind of nip those things in the bud if something's going
we can do a lot of things. If somebody forgot their phone and somebody needs to get a contact hold of them, we kind of know which cart, who's in what cart. We can send them a message. We can do advertisements on there that benefits not only us but other golfers. So it's the GPS units can do a lot of things, and people get used to them. And then when you don't have it, you're kind of feel naked. So it's.
I don't bring my rangefinder out. I have a really old one, so I don't even use it that much. But when I'm out here, it's like I don't need it.
Correct.
I go somewhere else, I'm like, what am I going to do here?
Yeah. It's definitely a nice feature to have, and we're happy to have them here.
So when the remodel happened out here, what were the main things that we did out here on this course?
Sure. So when they did the remodel, it's already been over 10 years, which is mind-boggling to me.
Isn't it?
Yeah. So basically, the airport had to expand its safety zones, and to get in the safety zones, they had to move into the golf course.
Yeah.
So in turn, we had to redesign it because some of the holes, especially on the north and the east, got moved around, and so we were fortunate enough to have the airport, kind of help us out with payments and whatnot, and so we got to redesign the whole course. So we got new tees, new fairways, new irrigation, new green complexes to really make Elmwood the state-of-the-art and the great golf course it is now.
We used to golf here a lot when we first moved to town in '99 through before that remodel, and the tee boxes were getting a little rough. I know that your irrigation is always a tough thing to take care of and maintain too, so it's nice to be able to update that.
Sure.
And I think the greens just was like the highlight of that whole remodel.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, the greens are always, the biggest thing when you're golfing. If you don't have good greens, you can hit the ball wherever, but the greens kind of make the golf course, and our greens, our superintendents do a great job out here. Fast and true, and very more than fair. So, and we got the bunkers got redone too when they did it. So it was like we did 1-9 per year. I'm sure a lot of people can remember that.
Yes, if you weren't familiar with it out here, 27 holes, 9 was closed each year while they were doing the remodel and regrowing and all that stuff. Worked out really good. You can still get a lot of people out here. But I would say, after everything was done and completed, so it's an 18-hole championship. Plus the East 9, the East course as it's called, is like a 35 hole. It's
a par 35. The East 9, it's kind of had a bad rap. Back in the 70s and 80s, it wasn't upkept as it is now. So people kind of have a conception about it. But it is just as nice as the front and the back championship course out here. There are some tees, some views on that course that are my favorite out here. Hole number 8 from the black tees. You can't get a better look at a par 3 than that on.
It really is a nice hole, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great hole.
So like that opened up first, and we start playing out there and going, wow, this is so cool. I can't wait for the rest of it to get it done. Then after it opened up, I'm assuming, Sioux Falls Golf came into play at that time too.
Landscapes,
Landscapes Golf Management took over management of the course. And I think things have really gotten great out here since that management's taken over.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job. Dakota Golf before them.
Yep.
You know, I can't say anything bad about them. They did a fantastic job too, and you know, city went in different directions, and you know, landscapes has been fantastic. You know, course conditions, food and beverage, and they just kind of know their golf scene, and you know, they hire people like me and Chris Lane and Justin Arlt and Kat Clark to manage these facilities, and I think we've done a great job with it. And another thing I want to talk about that we didn't talk about in the redesign is adding the Fast 5. That was a huge thing for us, not only for us, but our junior program. You know, we partnered with the First Tee of South Dakota, Danny Sinkson and his Sioux Falls Golf Academy, Sanford Power. You know, a lot of different things utilize that Fast 5, and I don't know, I know, Derek, you like to come out and play it, but
I do.
It's fun to just come out over lunch, and it's 5 holes, you know, 70 to 95 yards long. You work on that wedge game, work on your putting, and the Fast 5 conditions is just as good as the championship course.
They seriously are. The greens are just as good. You know, you can find your own little spot to tee off from. They move the tee boxes around. It's more like those warm-up holes or courses you get. They're not just like flat tee box areas. You just kind of, here we're going to be here, we're going to move over there. And that's kind of fun too. You never know how long they're going to be. And there's fescue out there, so I mean, you can
lose a ball if you don't hit it right. It's a challenge.
It plays like a normal course would. You know?
And then we do the Fast 5 under the lights. I know that's one of your favorite events to come out, and we light it up at night.
You did a video on that too. So
you did a video on it.
It's really fun. Every year you've been doing that for several years now.
Yeah, we always do that Memorial Day weekend, and I'm pretty sure we'll do it again next year.
Light up the course, and you're awesome then. Just coming on the fairway here of hole 5. This is a really fun hole for me. I love driving on this hole. When I first started playing out here, I'd end up in the canal out here a lot, the Big Sioux River, but it's a really fun hole, kind of a shorter hole. And protected by sand traps out here.
A fun fact on this hole is, some people might not know, is Elmwood used to be a city dump. So there's a lot of garbage on this hole, on hole 5. Right? So you never know what might pop up under the ground at some point. You know, Campbell's soup can we found, and whatnot, parts of Studebaker. So it's amazing that the maintenance crew can keep this hole looking as great as it is, because there's actually garbage a few feet underneath it. So it's that's kind of a fun fact. And hole 5, I believe there's more garbage on this hole than any hole on the golf course. Because with the river right here, obviously, you know, they kind of
where it all went
where they dumped
that was another reason for the remodel. You kind of moved around some of those holes.
To get around the garbage.
Get around the garbage.
Some of the bad areas.
Definitely. So right here, it's a kind of a late fall day. The weather's been fantastic this year for golf.
Great.
Tell me about any other your programs you have out here. I know you have like the Tournament Tuesday. What do you have for other leagues?
You know, we have Tournament Tuesday. You kind of touched on. You know, that runs May through the first weekend of September. You know, it's make your own tee times. $10 to play. 5 goes to the game. 5 goes to skins. Just need a handicap, make your own tee times. It's not a more traditional league. If you can come, you can come. If not, you know, you can pass that week. Very easy to play with.
Different formats you do each week.
Different formats.
That's what I love about it too. I've learned how to play in those formats. Which is kind of cool.
We do our City Series events. A lot of those are on the weekends. And then obviously we do our Race to our Mayor's Cup. You know, we had that 2 weekends ago. Elmwood 3-peated. So we took down Prairie Green. Shout out. Always a fun event. People qualify for that. So it's a free weekend for them. And they enjoy it. So we always have something going on out here.
I would say so too. And having 27 holes, you can do just 9-hole events on the other side, or if you have 18 going on, you can still keep playing. We're gonna let this guy hit here, and then we're gonna fly through here.
But this is hole 6 here, par 5. Today the wind's a little bit on the southern push here, so we're kind of right into it.
Make it a little harder hole, and sorry about that, dude. He
had a bad shot.
Had a little bad shot, probably knowing we were behind him.
It's all right. It happens. And so great par 5 here.
Yeah, I love this par 5. I really love the green complex on it too. I think it's really fun.
Yeah, you hit a couple good shots in here, and you got a chance at a birdie here. It's a birdie hole. little bit tougher today in the wind, but those fall and spring days where the wind's behind you, that north wind, you can get here on 2 easily, even from the yellow tees.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that, absolutely can do that. But yeah, this wind is a little different coming out of the south and almost east.
Yeah,
you know?
Crazy today. But as the weather has kind of been this year, kind of crazy.
It's
so.
been a very interesting year.
Yep.
Well, one thing I'd say with the courses, your course especially, is that when we do get a lot of that rain, it seems to like bounce back really quick. Yeah. You got good drainage and it's very playable.
We have superb drainage out here compared to any facility, I think, in the whole region with the redesign. Yep. You know, I mean, it rains out here, it drains quick, and one good thing about the redesign is we have continuous cart paths go all the way around. So we always have carts here. We never not have carts here in Elmwood. And usually, even in June, we had those heavy downpours. I mean, it was one day of cart path only, and it dried up.
I was so shocked when I heard that. It's like, yep, we're gonna be back open again. Other courses were closed for weeks. You know,
it was.
They got the deluge and kind of flowing up their creeks and stuff.
So here's 7 now.
Yeah, hole number 7, kind of a signature hole on this front 9. Tell me a little bit about it.
This was a redesigned hole, so only 10 years old. I love it because the challenge of it. The fairway is probably the tightest in the region, if not the state. I mean, it's maybe 30 yards across, if that. So you got to hit a good tee shot here. Today with the wind at your back, you can grip and rip it, and hopefully, you know, I always try to aim for the left side here.
Okay.
Right, you can get in some danger there with the trees between 1 and 7.
The rough can be pretty tough too. I've been in that right rough, and it's thick.
Yep.
Maybe a little drier now because we haven't had much rain lately, but it's penal when you get into that rough.
Yeah, and it's long. I mean, from the gold tees here, it's 385. You know, if you're playing the blues, you're 430 on a par 4. So, you know, hole 6, you know, it's very much of a birdie hole. Yeah. Where you kind of want that birdie because you can easily get a bogey on hole 7.
You might need it over here.
Absolutely.
That's a good way to look at it too. I didn't even think about the length of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like there's plenty of landing area out there for you.
There is.
But I tend to I'll be left and I'll be right. You know, put down the middle is a great place to put it. Get 120 in or something.
And like you said, now it's dried out a little bit, so the rough isn't as thick. But you know, in June and July here, after those rains, I mean, if you were either on the left or right side of the rough here, I mean, your ball was buried. I mean, you were penalized for not hitting the fairway.
We were golfing out of town for that week, and we were hearing about all the rain, seeing that on Facebook and stuff, and I was worried about the courses back here. Then next time I know, we're back out here to play, and like the fescue is so tall, and the mosquitoes on this hole in particular over here on the right, there's like a little drainage area. I remember hitting in there, and I was just like, I kicked it out of there. I was like, I'm not hitting from here.
Yeah, when it rains a lot, the mosquitoes aren't far behind. So.
But you guys do take care of that too, even.
And then as we approach the green here, I just love this green, how it's kind of shaped into the side of the hill here. Got trees protecting on the left side. Kind of slants a little bit left to right. So especially when the pin's on the right-hand side, if you don't play the wind correctly, you could easily fall off.
So not a lot of room over there on that side.
No.
So miss is left, you could say.
Yeah. You always want to aim left side here, and the pin's in a fair spot today. And so it's just a great hole.
Absolutely great
hole.
Love it. So next one up is hole 8, a shorter par 3, I would say, with a pretty giant green.
Yeah, a large green here, bunkers protecting it. There's one in the back, one in the front there. So anytime we have the pin on the left side, you know, those bunkers come to play. It looks like the pin's right in the middle today. Yeah. Nothing too crazy here, but balls tend to push a little right here. Yeah. And then obviously the fescue to the left, but
showing off there. Yeah. This one, there's a lot of different pin locations in here. You know, like it's in the middle right now, which is pretty fair. Yeah. But that back right one is pretty tough, way back in there, and then I think left is hard as well.
Yeah, all left is hard. Yeah.
See how these guys do with it.
Yeah, Carl's in the bunker there.
Carl's in the bunker.
Man, what a shot, Carl.
Good out.
Great out. Yep. Well, he plays every day, so
yeah, right? How's it going, guys? Yeah, a lot of regulars out here. People love this course. Yeah, I bet some of these people have been playing this course for decades.
Oh, there's people that have played here their whole lives, and they're 80 years old. So
exactly.
I mean, their dad or mom brought them out here, and they're still playing it today. And that's the joys of working here in Elmwood. That's why I love it, is the people. And And I think of this golf course as blue collar. You know, Morel's is up here. You know, people would work and then come play 9 after work, and that's kind of the crowd we got.
Still the crowd.
It's still the crowd we got.
Well, it's a lot of walkers out here too, which maybe means a little more frugal. Like we're not gonna get a cart.
It's flat,
but also it's very flat. It's very walkable.
It's the easiest golf course to walk in town for sure. The undulations is minimal, so if you want some exercise while playing golf, this is your place to play.
This is the spot. Yep. And I mean, we usually get a cart because we have the cart pass with it, but it is very easy to walk, and it's just a great after work course for us. We come out here a lot. Play on Tuesday quite a bit.
Sure.
All right, so hole number 9 here, kind of a shorter par 4.
Yep. You got a bunker, you know. I don't call it a fairway bunker, and it's really not a green side. It's kind of an in-betweener.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, you know, you get those north winds in the spring and the fall and pushing you. You hit a good drive, you could end up in that bunker, and it's pretty steep. So, and then anything right where people tend to hit, you know, there's some undulation in there. Yeah. And depending where the pin is, you might have to hit a hook shot around the trees to just get it on the green.
Absolutely.
So.
And yeah, this is one I've never been in this bunker before.
I've been in it a few times.
Have you?
It's
well, on your drive, right?
I can't
hit it
tough.
that far.
Yeah, it's you get the wind at your back and you think you hit a good drive and it rolls into that bunker and it's tough. So the green's great.
Yeah, it's a bigger green.
Yep, a little bigger green. Sometimes we'll put the pin on the back right side. Kind of has a little slope to it. And today it's left back, so it shouldn't be too bad.
That's an interesting one. Yeah. This is one I tend to be over a lot on. So I don't know why, but I'm always like shooting past. Yeah. And then it's not a very good chip back from there. Yeah, where the pin is today, you go over, you're going to be in. Yeah, you're just going to hit the center of the green, I think. Yep. And let it release back and 2-putt for a par. Just like you like pars, don't you? Oh, absolutely, par every time. All right, let's head over to the construction and we'll check that out. Sure. All right, so we made our way over here to where the construction's happening. What are we doing here at Elmwood this year? We're finally getting a new clubhouse. I've been here for 21 years, and it's been talked about, and the shovels have gone in the ground, the holes have been dug, and it's happening, people. It's happening. Elmwood's getting a new clubhouse, and we can't be more excited. So the old one, when was it built? 60s, early 60s. Yeah. You know, Elmwood, like I said earlier, we're 98 years old, so they've had multiple clubhouses, but the current one that we're in now, early 60s, you know, they added the pro shop area in the 90s. It's changed a lot in there, but, you know, the golf course is just so good, and, you know, the clubhouse is kind of, it's done its job. You know, it's time to upgrade a little bit and make the clubhouse as nice as the golf course is. So then we really have, you know, the state-of-the-art clubhouse with the state-of-the-art golf course where we can be one of the best public golf facilities, not only in the state of South Dakota, but the Midwest. That's exactly right. You know, it's public here, so like, you know, there's other places that are privately run, maybe have something that you're kind of jealous of at times, but yeah, so it takes an effort to get this approved. We did a video at when they were talking about the reveal of the project, so we got a video up here you can click to and watch that. But we've got ground broke now on the clubhouse, and there's actually another part of the building too. What is that? Yeah, so not only are we getting a clubhouse, in that clubhouse, the South Dakota Golf Association Hall of Fame, or the South Dakota Golf Hall of Fame will be in that building, the main clubhouse. It's currently housed over at the Holiday Inn. It'll be moving over to our facility. And then obviously we're getting a new cart barn. We couldn't go down underneath, kind of like Prairie Green has to put their carts because the garbage, ground's unstable, and we can't go up because we're in the flight path of the runway. So everything had to be one level. Yeah. So in turn, we had to have two buildings. You know, we had the clubhouse, and then we'll have the cart area. And then in that cart area, we've teamed, the city and the parks have teamed with First Tee of South Dakota, and they'll have their programming in that building year-round, their offices, and the SDGA will be housed in an office as well. So we got a lot of good things going on out here, and we couldn't be more excited. And you know, that cart barn and the First Tee will be just like the clubhouse state of the art. I'm looking forward to it. When's it going to be opening then? We're looking, you know, they broke ground, you know,
we broke ground at the end of August. You know, they told us 12 to 15 months.
Okay.
Kind of depends, you know, how the winters go in South Dakota. You never know how the winter's going to go. So far, the weather's been great for them. They got,
it's a good fall.
You know, they poured the footings, the concrete footings, so that's done. So, you know, we're telling, you know, golfers spring of 26 is when we'll open it, and that'll also be the 100-year anniversary of Elmwood. So we got not only a new clubhouse, 100 years of the golf course, so 2026 is going to be a party out here.
It's going to be a big celebration out there, isn't it? I'm looking forward to that so much. But in the meantime, the regular clubhouse is open. All the holes are open. Still plenty of time to golf out this fall. And you guys are one of the first ones to open in the spring as well, I might say.
I would say Elmwood usually is the last one to close and then the first one to open, just because we have 27 holes. The superintendents do a great job. You know, Todd Zornick, I know it's a challenge for him to open first and close last. You know, I don't think any superintendent's signing up for that, but you know, his attitude and, you know, and how he can keep this golf course looking the way he does is testament not only to him but his team.
Absolutely is, right. I mean, it's looking forward to it coming up and building more, getting some stuff above the ground. But we'll probably be back out to get some more video updates on that as we're getting going forward. Maybe in the spring, maybe later on in the fall. Who knows?
Come back and see us in the winter. You know, you know, we stay busy. We just don't sit in here. You know, we'd love to have you come out, and once the structure starts getting kind of built up and see it. Get
a little off-season look at what's happening out here. But thanks for joining me today, Chad.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming out.
Special thanks to MB Golf Cars and Club Car for sponsoring in the cart this year, and next year I hope so too. So stick around, hit subscribe, like this video, comment what you like about Elmwood out here, and what you're looking forward to the new clubhouse. See ya.